What's up guys, Makia here from Macro Drone Works, and today I'm going to show you how you can take a simple drone video like this and turn it into a snazzy little 3D model using a nice tool called Metashape. Let's hop right into it. Alright folks, so here we have Metashape. Nice software, pretty easy to use, not overcomplicated. Now, it's super easy to add a video here. All we're going to do is we're going to go over to this section called Chunk 1, right click, and we're going to do Import Video. Now once you maneuver all the way to your video, whatever one it is, it's easier if you do kind of an orbital video, but I have done stuff where I kind of just fly all over and it is able to stitch a nice model together. But just for simplicity, let's go ahead and open up a kind of orbital video around this here church. Now you can kind of scrub through it just to make sure you pick the right one. What we're going to do here is we can set the frame steps. So what it's basically going to do is it's going to take your video and chop it into every frame per second if you leave it default. So if you're filming at 60 frames per second, it's going to chop you 50 photos per second. And it can give you a pretty highly detailed model. For time and simplicity's sake, we're just going to go ahead and put it to frame step as small. It's going to make it so it's more than 1 frames per second and kind of cut down on that storage and kind of speed everything up from us. Let's go ahead and press OK. We're going to just select the same model folder that it was in. And now we're going to go ahead and wait for this to import. And yeah, I'll show you what it looks like right when it's done. All right, guys, as you can see here, we have our video. It has now been imported. That small clip turned into 303 images. It takes some time, so go ahead, drink a cup of coffee, go read a magazine while it imports. But now that it imports, let's go ahead and we'll right click on the chunk 1. We're going to process and align photos. I choose highest and sequential since it's sequential, because it's literally taking it frame by frame. So that first photo is going to be right after the next photo. So it should be easy. For advanced, I'm putting the key point limit to 40,000, tie point to 10,000. Honestly, some numbers I found online that worked for people. So I'm going to do what is common knowledge and not try to reinvent the wheel here. So I'm going to go ahead and start. And yeah, easy as that. We're going to go ahead and let this sit again. Grab another cup of coffee. Hey, it's a drinking coffee day. All right, guys, we're back. It's been a couple minutes, but as you can see, we now have a bunch of little dots everywhere. Now, it is a bit scattered for sure. Go ahead, optimize cameras. Now, we do have our box here. As you can see on the screen, the box is the region that's going to be basically processed as the model. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to line it up with our main section that we're processing, kind of to reduce the strain a little bit. So now we'll go ahead and see what we got here. So as you can see, we do have a lot of white dots in the sky. I'm pretty sure we don't need that to an extent. So what we're going to do here is we're going to resize it again. Come down, need that top of the building there. We'll see what that gets rid of. Obviously, we don't need below the ground, so that should be good there. Our main focus is the church, so we'll take this here, about that. And yeah, so this is kind of like the preview of the I think it's the point cloud. But now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to build the model using the depth maps. I'm just going to set this to high quality, make things go a little bit faster. You can try experimenting with different qualities for different file sizes. I find that just kind of using high is a fine way to go if you're just having something to, like put up on your website to show a client. But yeah, we'll let this process make its model, and we'll be back in another coffee break. All right, folks, it just finished processing, and take a look at this. Now, as you can see, some of the stuff out here on the edges doesn't look so great, but that comes with the territory. Your drone is orbiting around a specific point, making a model. Obviously, when we zoom closer, it's not super detailed. That goes in with using kind of that lower quality. Some trees aren't looking so great, but as a quick overview of a model, maybe a construction, having a quick overview of house progress, this might be enough. But we're going to go ahead and last thing we're going to do is build the texture, and that should add a little bit more detail to the model, kind of refine it. There are still going to be some blobbiness from how it was generated, but hopefully this will refine it a little bit for us. And boy, howdy, would you look at that? Look at that. Added a lot of details to here. As you can see the cars. You can see a little bit more of that texture on the roof. Obviously, like I said before, it's still blobby, but hey, slap that on your website, make it in a 3D viewer, and you're good to go. You have a nice little preview of a building. Obviously, texture from this tree back here is not great. You can always refine the region size a little more, make it a bit smaller. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned something today about how to make some models with Metashape. And yeah, thank you for watching. It's been Makia from Macro Droneworks, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. See ya.